welcome to a different, more serious kind of Face Friday video. Also, it's, you know, change of scenery a bit. I thought it'd be quite nice because I got this new tripod, because I've just started doing vlogging on my own channel, my personal channel, rather than this Helios channel, because I thought that clog it up a bit might be better to, you know, put it onto my stuff. There might be, you know, like a crossover at some point, and more sort of like group orientated vlogs will be on this channel still, sort of like the Comic-Con, and probably like some of the camping trip will be on here. So I hope you enjoyed this clip that I've recorded, because this is also sort of like going to be tied on from the vlog sort of thing, because it's sort of, I thought it'd be good to sort of like link these two together, and make this a Face Friday video as well. It's not because I'm lazy, it's just because it's quite long-winded, and I thought that it'd be quite important to sort of like share it, especially during this week, since it's mental health week. This is not bad, tripod. It's definitely something that I could probably take down to Costa with me when we go to Costa, because I did say that we will have many Costas, because just, it's like, I kind of think that our friendship and that with the friends that I got is sort of like turned a bit more into like friends. We don't see each other every day, but we sort of like talk online, which obviously in Friends that didn't exist because online communication wasn't really that popular back then. But yeah, we sort of like go down to the Costa, or I think it was Central Park, wasn't it? That was the cafe that they had. So basically that's what we do. We go down there and sort of like meet up and that. It's nice to meet up with friends. I do love gaming, and I do love like playing on my computer and all of that. But let's just say that I prefer camping to gaming. Gaming, you can only do so much of, and you sort of, you want to go out and explore. Like a good example of this is what Tom Syndicate Project does. He used to do like mostly gaming, but then when he got the opportunity, he just went around the world. And I think sort of I feel the same way. Like I do, playing games and that, you get emotions and stuff, and it's all good and that. But to actually, you know, go and visit these places, to look out of your window of a morning and see just like a different landscape every day or something. Like one of my cousins, he tours around on a bicycle. He went through like England, France, all of that, through like Iran and China and that. He's done that before, and just sort of, I want to get to that point. I want to be able to get a car or get a camper van or something and just sort of like tour Europe or tour America or something, like just to go out somewhere, or even tour England, like just to go around sort of like Lake District and sort of like up near Scotland. It's like a life goal for me. I do love editing, I do love tech, but to be able to not necessarily move away from tech, but to have more of a natural sort of thing, like, you know, to be able to be one with nature, like not like a vegan or anything like that. Like, fucking hell, I love me meat. That's a main one. I do want to become an editor, but at the same time I want to be able to earn enough money so that I can say, you know what, I'm going to go away for a year or something, and just sort of like either with friends or loved ones or something, like my dad or something, and just sort of like tour somewhere and just not have to worry about sort of, you know, anything really. And I think that's been ingrained to me with the fact that I've been camping for like 13 years now. That's what I want to do really, and that's why I've been trying to persuade friends to sort of like join me on this, to go camping in June and that. But you've got to find that sort of like the right people to do this with, and I hope that I have, and I hope that all of them could actually go, because for the last 3 years now I've wanted Callum and Connor to join us, but we've had to cancel it because, you know, people are busy and stuff. But it seems like this year people aren't busy. Connor's finishing college. Callum and Matt's like term ends like in a couple of weeks for uni. Let's hope that all goes through, because I would love to go camping with those guys, and I would love to make it like a yearly thing. Like I've loved camping, and sadly last time I went properly camping, really, apart from last year with my family, was basically when my uncle was alive back in 2013. Apparently it's Mental Health Week this week, I think. Something like that. Even though people were starting to do it, sort of like show about it on a Wednesday. It was yesterday. I'm sure that most people in this day and age go through stuff like that, so just don't worry about it, really, you know. If there's someone that you know that you can talk to, just talk to them. Or, if you don't think there's anyone to talk to, another good thing is something that I did which helped me get through depression, was to write a book. Now, you can write like a diary in that. Like I had a thing called a depression diary that I had on like my iPad, and I would write it down in that. To change your mental problems, sort of like, you know, like the mental health, to like push your thoughts and like depression and that into a creative thing, I think, for some people at least, is a great help. I made a book. Now, it doesn't sell, really, but I made it because I thought, you know what, I like writing, or I did like writing. I did a lot more writing back then. But I like writing, and I thought that, you know what, if I could put what I was feeling into words and that, it would help. And really, it did. It really actually helped me quite a lot through quite a bad time in my life, like a couple of years ago, and that, when I felt alone, really. Now, another thing is like music. Music helps. Music stems it a little bit, but yeah, talking to someone, reaching out to someone, or putting your thoughts into a creative means, whether it's making a video, making a song, writing a book, doing art, something like that. That, I think, is the best advice I could give, is to focus the negativity in that into something creative, to make it work, to make it better, to sort of express yourself, I think. And obviously not everyone that will help, you know, like if someone tries that, it's not 100% guarantee sort of thing. Like you can't say, oh, I'm going to write a book, and then you write about sort of like, I don't know, like everything you hate about yourself and that, and then sort of like you've done, and then you read it over and you're like, huh, this is petty. Sometimes that won't help. Like some people, it depends on your frame of mind, but in order to, at least for me, what helped me was sort of like writing and that. It's not the best writing that I've ever done. Well, I've done better books, really. I've showed it to relatives, and they've sort of like cried over it a little bit. And I remember when I first started writing it, I sort of like upset a couple of friends and that with it, but Connor included. But yeah, just focus negativity in that into a creative means, and then basically it gets your mind off of it, and it stops you from thinking, like keeping it inside your head and like bringing yourself down with it, and it allows you to shout it out. It allows you to portray it as you will. So yeah, that's what I can give for is it Depression Week or Mental Health Week? So yeah, that's my advice, really. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this little clip. I shall see you next time. Peace.
Thumbs up for the go-getters.
That's pretty deep stuff, eh?